This is Emma.
Hello.
And this is Sophia.
Hi guys.
We all went to residential treatment together.
We'll be explaining the most beneficial supports for 3 different stages of recovery from an eating disorder.
And these aren't like official stages or anything. They're just kind of like how we decided to divvy it up in order to give the best tips to support your friend or family member. You need to respect their privacy and their confidentiality and everything. But if things do get extreme, you have to tell somebody before the situation gets so severe that it could be life-threatening. If you're not feeling good about it, talk to them. Tell them that you're not in a good situation because you don't feel that they're being safe, but you don't want to betray their trust. So just kind of be aware of that. If things do get really bad, like on a bigger scale, it's really important that they get help.
Next thing that's really important is to never comment on their body, their weight, their size, and you don't even want to be mentioning anything about your own appearance and commenting, oh, today my thighs look like massive, or
I feel
like
so
that.
fat.
Another extremely helpful thing is just to stay educated.
Yeah, just like research eating disorders and what they're like and maybe what the person's going through so you can kind of put yourself in their shoes a bit better and understand what they're going through. Another thing, and this tip kind of goes throughout the entire recovery and eating disorder process, but it's just to focus on the feelings and not the food. Or focus on how they're feeling as opposed to what they are or aren't eating.
And finally, don't try to be their therapist. You may want to be there as much as you can, but the truth is that you don't have all the answers for them.
And you can't fix their problem. Like, it's not your job to do that. You can just support them.
You want to make sure that you're being a good role model for them. So you want to have a healthy relationship with food and your body and your exercise.
One thing that I think like really makes a huge difference, like one of the most important ones, at least for me, is just kind of actively be asking how they're doing and just letting them know that you're there for them. It just means so much when you have your friend be like, hey, how are you doing? How have you been feeling? I hope you're doing well. Like whatever they say, just like that lets them know that you're there and you're thinking about them. Shooting them a quick text or whatever. It just really means a lot to know you're not alone.
It's really important to never give up on your friend. Sometimes the eating disorder can almost turn them into a completely different person. So much more distant than they used to be, but it really isn't them. It's their eating disorder taking true personality away, and it's really important to always believe in them and reinforce that they can recover and they can do it.
I know, like for me, like I would not be where I am if I didn't have my parents every single step of the way being like, we believe in you, we're not giving up on you. And it means a lot that they like always believed in me.
And ask what you can do to help too. Arrange activities that don't involve food or exercise. That is a really big one for me. When your life revolves around that, you don't want that to be part of your social life as well. To do something just very simple and easygoing when there's so much stress already around those things.
Because a lot of our social activities like revolve around food. Like we'll go get coffee, we'll go out to dinner,
Or go to the gym.
and like that's really hard for someone with an eating disorder. Maybe just trying to arrange things that maybe don't revolve around food.
You want to make sure that you, as best as you can, distract them if you're eating with them during the meal and after the meal to ease their anxiety and to make them feel a little bit more settled. Focus on other things besides what they are eating or what they have just eaten.
Yeah, and even just to ask, how much distraction do you need? Are you good or are you not good?
Another thing that I think is super important is to focus on positive personality traits and qualities that are unrelated to like your appearance and to their body.
In order to preserve your own emotional well-being, set boundaries, because it's really easy to get caught up in the emotion and the difficulties that your loved one is going through.
And kind of similar with all of that is don't take her actions personally. Because when you're depressed and you're feeling disgusted by yourself, you're not going to want to go out with friends, you're not going to want to go to parties. So by canceling, you can't take it as a personal offense, as more of just you have to have that understanding.
And it's not like your fault and it's not their fault, it's that they're sick. Asking them what they're challenging and how you could help them. So they might be working on going out to eat, reintegrating exercise, or maybe going swimming and wearing a bathing suit. Asking them what they're working on and like how you can help. Maybe you could go out to eat with them, go to the pool with them.
Offer to attend a support group or a group therapy session, or even sometimes certain therapists do like family therapy, but friends or other loved ones go. And so if you're fairly close to that person, you can even offer to do that and be a really good support.
And also cheering your friend on, which these two do all the time for me, is just say, I'm proud of you and look at all the progress that you've made. So I think it's so important.
Talking to someone about your goals and your dreams and the reasons why you want to recover. I think that's like super motivating. It's just like, oh yeah, like I don't want to have an eating disorder, like I do want to get better, and it can really like help them out if they're having a bad day. Okay, so obviously a lot of the tips can overlap and be done in different stages or whatever, we thought it would just be nice to kind of group things. But if you leave like with one message from this video, I think overall, like most importantly when you're trying to support someone with an eating disorder, you just want to be there for them as much as you can. So just give them a call, let them know that you really care about them and you're willing to support them.
Never ever give up on your friend or loved one. I truly believe that people do have the capability to recover from this if they have the right supports and the motivation to do so.
You just know that you can't fix them, but you can be there for them, and that means the world.